Go ahead, put it on real tight. Hope you brought your best tonight. They say they got the fireworks, yeah, they say they got the show. You're around the shoots, you're the best, so let's go.
This is Texas Toast, a production of TSC Entertainment. I'm your host, Miss Helen. Kick back and enjoy as we toast the best from Texas.
Helen, welcome to Texas Toast. I am super excited. Like, this is going to be, I have a feeling, a little rowdy, a little silly, a little goofy, but a whole lot of music. Welcome, Kin Faux. Hey, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh my gosh, y'all are just making me smile so big just seeing your faces. Like I said a while ago, I could just jump through the computer screen right now, just hang out with y'all.
You're welcome to. You know?
So we have the whole band with us, by the way. So let's do a little roll call. Of course, Rico.
Hi.
And Rico, all right. And then we have, let me see, where is Ross?
That's me.
Ross, what is this nickname that you have? RB Suave?
It's just suave.
Just suave. It's suave. Oh, I was trying to suave it. And then is it Jakey?
Yes,
there's Jakey. And then Dan.
Yep.
Okay, so welcome everyone. And of course, I had some friends that went to Steamboat a few years ago. I worked in radio many years, like way too many years. But anyway, I was out of radio, so I wasn't really keeping up with music. And he says, "Hey, have you heard of Kin Faux?" And I was like, "No." So like right away, I just pulled your music up and I was like, "What the faux? Hello." So first of all, how did you get your name of your band?
Well, Rico and I used to play in a band together, and we would ride to gigs all the time together. And it was just a lot of time spent with each other. And we said, you know, we spend more time together than we do with our actual families. Yeah. So we're like fake kin or Kin Faux.
Right.
That's how it came about. Yeah.
So it's a play off Kin Folks, which is kind of what I thought. I love it. It's very catchy. And so I was looking at, you know, just your background, but I like how you describe your music. And I like how, you know, a lot of musicians and bands describe their music in a certain way, but I like how you call yours industrial dirt.
Yeah.
So tell me about that.
Well, it's a mix of just where the band started, you know. I was born here in San Antonio, but I got married and moved to Michigan for a little bit, and that's where I met the boys. And Michigan's industrial, kind of, you know.
Incredibly industrial.
Incredibly industrial.
Too industrious.
And we started playing some of this Texas country, you know, and it's like it's some of the Red Dirt, you know, songs, and it's like, you know what? We put a little bit more of that
Midwest grit.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, it's working.
So that's what industrial Red Dirt came from.
So San Antonio goes to Detroit, and you picked up all this whole crew.
It was a little dirtier than that. San Antonio goes to Flint.
Oh, okay. That's amazing. So how did you guys get back to Texas?
Well, we were driving down the road on one of those long trips one time. We had done about 4 tours down here, and we fell in love with the whole music scene down here. Is incredible. So on one of those long trips, I said, you know what, you guys, if we want to take this any farther than what we have, we need to move to Texas. And it got really quiet for a minute in the van, and then all of a sudden it was like, let's do it.
That was music to my ears.
So we came down here and rented a big old house all together and piled in, and here we are.
And when did you record your first album?
Oh, 2018.
18, yeah.
Yeah, that was in Nashville with our buddy Bobby Randall from Sawyer Brown and Confederate Railroad. He produced it, and
great guy.
Yeah, it was fun, man. It was a neat experience, and a lot of the songs, you know, we got from our buddy Bernie Nelson. So it was a good time, man. Now we're here in Texas, and like the boys said, you know, that even though they aren't native, they got here as fast as they could.
Yeah.
So.
Well, welcome. So glad you're here. I mean, you're just really tearing it up with your music, and you're coming off a #1 on the Texas music charts with Honky Tonk in Heaven, which is your current album.
Yeah.
Yep.
And of course, that was a title cut that was released, and then you followed up. So I'm keeping up with y'all.
Wait, how do you know all this? This is kind of
because I listen to music and I love y'all. And then I was so excited when I saw y'all had released Plainview. and that's going good. I saw the ads, I saw the debut on it, and of course it's probably going to go #1. So tell us a little bit about Plainview, since that's your current single.
Plainview. Like I said, it was written by Bernie Nelson and Rich Fagan, yeah. And those two guys are amazing. And so the song basically talks about getting your heart broken. Everybody needs that heartbroken song, that heartbreak song, you know. And we had just released a bunch of singles that were honky tonk, kind of like, you know, Roadhouse, getting the beers thrown at the fence kind of songs, you know. And we decided to show a little softer side. So we got Plainview, and it just talks about the story song, right, Dan? And
yeah,
it's a story.
Yeah, Plainview's been in our repertoire for a while, but we just had to find the right time to release it. Like Rico said, we're primarily a high energy, you know, honky tonk kind of band, but we do have some really good softer side songs. We just had to wait for the right time to release it, and we felt like it was the right time right now. So
yeah, high energy party band with the soft side.
The soft side.
Yeah, there you go. Well, and that's what makes a difference in the business, is when you go with those gut feelings and your instincts, and you know when the timing is right. And that's another reason why probably y'all are so successful. So as far as your live shows, what's your set list like?
It's all over the map. It's industrial.
The kitchen is open to you, you know. Like, I mean, we try to keep it high energy in a party. That's where Kin Faux comes from. When you come to a Kin Faux show, it's like a dysfunctional you've been to those crazy family reunions where you're like, oh, you know, the aunts are fighting each other, your uncles are fighting on the kids, you know. Anyway.
I mean, we're talking about this very casually, but honestly, creating a set list, I mean, is a science. And
that's the thing.
This guy's a mad scientist.
Right here, set list king.
Oh, mad scientist over there.
Yes.
Yeah, well, we you know, we base ourselves again on a high energy, fun kind of show, fun experience for everyone. But we do want to get those ballads, and we got some really good story songs, we feel. So we get those in there, but we also throw in a couple fun cover tunes. We got a fiddle in the band, so, you know.
Oh, okay. On my notes, I have fiddle written down 5 times. Rico,
Yeah.
Rico, seriously, dude, your fiddle is amazing.
Oh, thank you. I mean, my fiddle is great. I wish I was as great as my fiddle, but, you know.
No, I mean, like, serious. I mean, like, I can't believe how many times I have fiddle written down, and even listening to the music. But speaking of some of the cover songs, I love the one y'all covered, David Ball's Drinking Problem.
Yeah.
That's an epic song. I mean, that's like the ultimate.
Good little twist on that.
Mm-hmm.
Being from South Texas, we like to throw in a little bit of you know, the Latino flair to it. So I played mariachi growing up, and that's what kind of got me into music. So we kind of do a fun little thing during the show where we do half Spanish, half English. And, you know, it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Enjoy it, I think.
So like how, I mean, let me just go, I mean, if y'all want to answer this individually, did y'all all start music when you were young, like when you were a kid, or did you pick it up when you were older? How did you start using this gift you have?
Jakey probably picked it up the latest in your career, right?
Yeah. I didn't really start playing. Professionally until I was like 28, 29. So, but yeah, I mean, it's been a part of my life, you know, my entire life. I grew up in a very musical household, and you know, so I mean, it's always been there.
Ross, I never asked you, when did you start playing?
I started playing when I was
like 3 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, just a few months ago.
I couldn't find a bass player in the first band I was trying to put together, so I figured, how hard could it be?
And so you're the bass player?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite. I love the bass player. Who's a drummer?
I'm the drummer. Yeah.
Oh my, you do everything. You're a scientist, you're a drummer. Wow.
Yeah. Tell me about it. No, Rico's way busier than me, but I'm kind of like, I kind of oversee everything. And
He's Kin Faux.
I love it. So as far as projects coming up, I mean, what do you see in your future? What is y'all's goal?
Well, we have a lot of shows that we're excited about coming up, and that's kind of our goal, is to kind of keep the live show evolving and keep playing out and spreading the music, right? And making some relationships with like Randy Rogers and we call him Uncle Kevin Fowler.
Oh no, he was my Uncle Kevin first.
You know,
No, Kevin and I go way, way back from the very beginning when he released Beer Bait and Ammo when I was in radio. And like literally our birthdays are 1 week apart. And I need to try to get him on the podcast. May is our birthday month. But like literally my kids called him Uncle Kevin because I had so many stage intros and it was like he's like my brother from another, and we we haven't caught up in a while. But yeah, so anyway,
he's doing good.
He's so much fun. He's so much fun.
And then we're trying to support this new album coming out.
Yes,
the Plainview is coming out as a single, or it's out now, and we have a video that's going to be launching hopefully very soon to some big platforms. So we're excited. So it's our first kind of push for that. Our first video, our first, we had to come off that number one and want to come off with the big bang. So it's gonna be a good time.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I can ask, like, what's the background, or like where are you filming the video, or where did you film the video?
Well, it talks about Plainview, right? So it's a lot of West Texas kind of influence on that song and imagery. And then our buddy Cade Cotton, he's a world champion, like Texas Tech rodeo roper, and he's kind of the main guy in it. And then we use Kashara Garrett. She's the head Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. So we lucked out on these two people for this.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and they're playing the main roles of the little love interest, and but it's shot. I'll just say this: it's shot all around Texas. So there's multiple scenes.
Really, that's going to be something to look forward to. So about how much longer until it drops?
No, it's probably going to be a few weeks yet.
Weeks? Okay. Wow.
It just takes a little bit of time to get it out to the major markets.
Proper platforms,
yeah. But we're excited. I mean, like I said, it's a little different from our typical teardrops, whiskey chaser, honky tonkin', getting locked up in Lubbock kind of thing.
Right.
But we're hiding out in Plainview.
Yeah. Speaking of some of your other songs, another one that I really like that's kind of old school is "The Prettiest Girl in Texas."
Oh, yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, we wrote that in Nashville with our buddy Jim Beavers. And it was just that old school shuffle kind of thing that we really like. And so, and of course, again, we throw kind of a little bit of our spin and a little bit of our influence into it. But I think that was one of the first couple songs that we ever wrote with Jim. Anybody that doesn't know who Jim Beavers is, I guarantee you he's on your playlist somewhere, songs that he's written, Dirk Bentley and Chris Stapleton, he's written some major hits.
Yes. Yeah.
So we're fortunate to work with him too.
Yeah, that was a fun one. That was just to have a co-write on the album too, on our own albums with a guy like that is huge for us, I think.
Oh yes, absolutely. So when y'all are on the road, when you're touring, it's like, what are some of the things that you do to pass the time, or what's your favorite snack, or what's your favorite guilty pleasure?
Buc-ee's.
Beaver nuggets.
We don't miss a beaver. We don't. If we see it, we turn around for it.
I pass my time driving. Rico passes his sleeping.
That's the back of the van, I'll tell you that. They sleep. No, it's funny because people see us and they're like, "Oh man, you guys are so much fun, blah, blah, high energy." But when we're in the van, it's very chill, Sometimes, most of the time we don't even have music playing. We just kind of thinking, And these brains just keep moving, and that's you know what the thing is too? We also we're thinking about the next place to stop to eat.
Oh, there you go.
The next Mexican restaurant.
So y'all are looking up restaurants near me. Go.
Mexican joints.
Mexican restaurants near me, yeah. And it doesn't matter if it's 8:00 in the morning or 8:00 at night.
That's true. Pretty much 90% of mine's going to be a Mexican restaurant. That's for sure. So who are some of your favorites that you've shared the stage with or played with?
Oh, man. I can't talk about that. No.
They're all favorites. Yeah. We've a really fun show was we up in Michigan one time. We were on tour up there, ironically, instead of down here from there. But we did a show with Big Boy Trace Atkins. Yeah, that was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a huge show. That was fun.
That was actually, that was amazing. I think there was 7,000 people out there at the festival, and I mean, that was for me probably the most nerve wracking. We have a picture of us on side stage, and we're all like,
I love that face. I loved your face.
like there's so many people out there.
Yeah.
When you ride the bull.
Yeah. So I didn't know what to say when I got on stage because I was like so like just struck by, you know, it was one of our beginning of our career kind of, you know, it was our first kind of big hoorah, and so instead of saying like welcome or hey we're Kin Faux or something, I was just like, anybody riding the bull? Like the mechanical bull? Do they have a mechanical bull? I mean, it was like what? It was the stupidest thing ever, and people were just like, who? What?
Everyone's like, what?
They went anticlimactic to drop. I was like,
is that the name of a song?
So who's Vince Gill?
Like, who's riding the bull? Am I the winner? Did I win?
It was just so random, but no, that was a fun show. And any show, I'll just say this, I mean, in my opinion, any show with Fowler's a fun show.
Fowler's a blast.
I love his crew. I love his whole band. I mean, they're amazing. And anytime we see them, you know, on the calendar, we're gonna play with them. It's fun. So.
Absolutely. Well, it's funny because when I was in radio, I was also promotions director outside of hosting the morning show. And so it was time for a new station vehicle, and it was when the wraps were coming out. So I'm like calling Kevin, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna put your face on our truck. What? Like, yeah, you're going on the truck.
You need a big truck. We made you snort. I love it.
You're killing me.
It's accomplished. Look at it.
I knew this was going to be like this. I just knew it. I mean, I just have a kindredship with your music, and just doing the research and seeing your smiley, happy faces. I'm just so happy for y'all that y'all are having such good success, and that I was introduced to your music. I guess it was a couple of years ago when y'all were at the Steamboat Showcase.
Yeah, it was. No, yeah.
That was one of the best, like, networking, best hangs ever.
Oh my gosh!
I can't wait for next year. And it's coming. It's coming. We'll be back there, so it's gonna be a good time. And I mean, there's stories that, I mean, I know we're on the internet and podcast, but I don't even think we should talk about it.
Steamboat.
We can. This is not FM. It's a podcast.
She's like, tell me. No, it was a great time, and meeting all my influences, all our influences.
Yeah.
Just hanging out.
It was kind of hard to balance, being there for work and being a fan, because
it's
like, there's everyone that you love and respect is there, and I mean, I'm playing like in this little hotel room.
That was crazy.
I turn around and they're showing LaRue. I'm like, ooh.
Yes. Yeah. Stoney was there, Mike and the Moon Pies, Roger Kreger, Jack Ingram. Everybody was and playing with us in our little jam band that was going around from room to room was Jason Roberts. Yeah. From he's playing with he played with Sleep at the Wheel forever now.
Grammy-winning fiddle player.
Yeah.
Playing with Jason Roberts.
So it was just crazy for us. That night I remember they kicked us out of the lobby and said you can't play music in the lobby, so we went and found a hotel room.
Hospitality room. Yeah.
Moonshine and grilled cheese.
Yeah, they were known for their moonshine and cheese, grilled cheese. So,
that's hilarious.
Yeah. Are you going this year? Are you gonna be?
I that has always been on my bucket list to go to Steamboat. When I worked for so many years in radio, I couldn't because there was stuff going on. So now that I'm kind of free to roam,
seriously, it's a fantastic.
We got a spot on the band for you. Come on.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna RSVP me for that. That would be crazy good. So we're gonna follow the continued success of Plainview and all your music. And when y'all, now I know this is probably gonna be a loaded question. So when y'all aren't doing music, what's your hobbies? What do you like to do that's enjoyable, to kind of R&R?
Hobby? What is this? Hobby?
What is that? Music? Touring?
Wow.
We really pretty much don't do anything but
this is it. I mean, honestly, there really isn't a time when we're not working.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's not playing or writing or practicing, it's social media or something else. I mean, there's so many facets of this. So I mean,
I have 3 kids.
What are their ages?
2, 4, and 7.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
I just became a soccer dad for the first time.
Cool.
It's
He has a
pretty.
minivan.
I have a minivan now.
With
So
off-road wheels.
With off-road tires on.
Not the
I like to go-
minivan.
I like to go fishing when I can. But,
Oh, well, see, that's my thing. I fish a lot.
yeah, I like to fish. I'm trying to get us a run down to Port A right now, Port Aransas, Texas.
Wait. You can come to Matagorda and fish with me and Captain Ron.
Really?
There we go.
It's official.
It's on air,
It's
yeah.
on- there you go.
You got it.
I would love to.
No, seriously, it's like we fish a lot. East Bay's right behind me, and so I'm in
Really?
Matagorda. Yes, we have good
Wow.
fishing. So yeah, we'll talk about that afterwards because I'll start talking about fishing and y'all are in trouble. So okay, well, I super duper enjoyed the visit. I knew this was going to be fun. Thank you for joining me and taking the time out of your busy schedules to visit. So and I have to now, this is going to be interesting because usually it's only one artist that I'm talking to, so I don't know how we're going to do this, but before I end my podcast, I have one question for everyone, and that is, if you were I can't wait to ask y'all this. If you were a cocktail, what would you be?
Ooh.
I would be Texas Ranger whiskey.
Good answer. He's the brains of the machine here, isn't he?
I just wanted to get it before anyone else
I
did.
was, a cocktail, man. Biggie. Diet Coke.
There it is.
Man, I guess we're pretty boring, guys.
Come on, you guys, that's so easy. Texas Ranger peanut butter, Texas Ranger peach, Texas Ranger
I thought you were
pecan.
talking about like a mixed drink.
Well, you can put a little splash in there if you want.
Yeah, Texas Ranger peach, baby. That's me.
Okay, y'all got it. That's okay. There's your answer. All right. Well,
Sorry.
I'm gonna let y'all go, and please stay in touch. And I can't wait for the video to come out, and we'll follow up on the podcast and let everyone know when the video drops and how it's doing.
Thank you for having
Keep you
us.
guys. Keep you guys.
Oh.
Thank you all for having us. Yeah.
Y'all are a hoot. Enjoyed it. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gave away. And with a heavy tongue, she knew where I was from. As she left, I dared to say, well, you can go